Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris. Today is November 20th, 2022, and I got a quick NBA breakdown for you guys of the Hornets and the Washington Wizards game. But before I get into it, man, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the videos as well so you guys don't miss any content. And let's just jump into it, man. Let's talk about this game. So the Charlotte Hornets, they come in, they are 1-9 straight up in their last 10 games, only 2-6-2 ATS in their last 10 games. They haven't been covering. There's been a lot of in and out of the rotation with LaMelo Ball, who won't participate in this matchup as well. This Hornets team, second game of a two-game short road trip for them, coming off the loss against the Cleveland Cavaliers on Friday night. You get the Washington Wizards coming off one day's rest and an overtime win against the shorthanded Miami Heat team. Now they're laying 6 points. They laid, I think, ended up closing at 8.5 in the game on Friday against the Miami Heat. This Washington Wizards team does not function well as favorites, especially as home favorites. I would not be looking to them for them to cover this game. Monte Morris is listed as questionable. Danny Avdia is also, I think he's going to play. He's listed as available in this game. And you get a revenge game for Charlotte. I'm not really interested in deciding this one. Sundays are typically weird for the NBA, so I'm not really looking at the side. I do have a slight lean towards the over. I know that the total was dropping. I don't necessarily agree with that. It opened at 222, and it's now down to 220.5. If I had to play that, I would play the over. Since the start of last season, the Hornets, as away dogs, when they're catching more than 6 points, they're 14, 10-1 to the over. This season specifically, they're 7-1 to the over in those games as well, with an average of about 140 points. So, as someone who's watched a lot of Wizard games, you don't really want to back them as a favorite. They typically play down to their competition, and typically it's not on the offensive end. They typically just let up on the defensive end. So without LaMelo being in, also the Hornets are 7-7 to the over this season. But more importantly, those games are averaging about 224 points. The Wizards as home favorites are 5.5 points or more since the start of last season. Those games are averaging about 225 points as well. So I think Charlotte can keep this game close. I look for them to be able to score. They still have plenty of capable scorers out there. My favorite look towards the total would be towards the over, but I'm not playing the total. The reason why I made the video, and I'll get into the player prop that I really like right now, is Mr. Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis, this guy is listed, I think, right now 20.5 points, and that's what I locked it in at. Porzingis is averaging 26 points on 17.5 shot attempts over his last 5 games. While shooting the ball 49% from the field and 48% from three, he's averaging 10.5 rebounds. And over that same 5 game time span, you just seen this guy kind of pick it up, and he's been a lot more aggressive. Even more enticing, though, you look at this Hornets defense, and I don't have to talk about how bad they are against big men. It's well documented. We saw what Evan Mobley did against them. We saw what Miles Turner did against them in the most recent matchups. But the Hornets, they're allowing the fourth most points to centers over the last 5 games, the eighth most rebounds. I'm sorry, over the last 7 games. So fourth most points to centers, eighth most rebounds to centers over the last 7 games. Across both stats, though, Porzingis is averaging 37 points plus rebounds over his last 5 games. So getting a line at 31.5 for his points and rebounds it seems really enticing as well. I couldn't talk anybody off the points plus rebounds over the 31.5, or just taking his points over 20.5. That's what I ended up locking in. I think you get great value in my eyes versus a defense that's struggling to guard his position, which is the center position. And the Charlotte Hornets play with a lot of pace as well. Last thing to note, Porzingis, even with Bill being back over the past 2 games, has a 25% usage rate, which is second behind only Kyle Kuzma, who has a 27% usage rate. So Bradley Bill's slowly working himself back into the offense. And I love the play, man. Best of luck if you guys are tailing. That's my breakdown for this game. Quick, 5-minute video. Like I said, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the video so you guys aren't missing anymore, and share the video as well, man. Best of luck to you guys and all your action today.